Well, to conventional nonsense, where we don't follow convention and we have a little bit of nonsense. It's Tuesday. What's the date, Tom? 5th.
Correct.
5th of December, which means 20 days of Christmas. I remember when I was a child. It was a while ago, and I used to go. Still am. Depends who you're comparing to, innit? And I used to know all the presents beforehand. I used to sneak around. My brother and sister used to make me go in there, and I had to relay that information of what they got. And people go, "Did you ruin the surprise?" And I go, "Well, no, because it was a surprise when I found out what it was on the 5th of December, rather than the 25th." Yesterday we had our team day. We went to Nando's, of course, for Christmas dinner, and it was very nice. Tom's on prep, so we wanted to cater for him and not just eat orange buffalo wings. Oh fuck, that's in the last vlog, isn't it? You're going to see that. Well, you might, if you haven't seen me crying or sweat.
You're actually dripping, come here.
I sweat.
Wait, let me get it on there.
Slow-mo. Oh, Tom is hurting. This week, I think I'm going to keep this vlog more on the theme of numbers, metrics, Great British pounds, maybe how many people you reach on Instagram. So we'll keep that for the theme this week. I'm going to let you into a little secret. Do you know what the most important numbers you should be focusing on? How many likes you get on Instagram. Because when I go and pay my rent, they say, go on, put your likes in the bank. That'll definitely pay for the bills. In all seriousness, the metrics you probably see on Instagram doesn't equate to success. This is from previous experience. Just because you have over 100,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel or Instagram, just because you post up your little arse pics or your ab pics, or the whole, oh look at me before and after I had some food, I'm bloated, I'm not bloated. It might get likes from little idiot people on Instagram because they find that entertaining. But when that person actually tries to have something to sell, which isn't supplements, which isn't leggings, which isn't flogging your old gear on crappy little, what's that little website for you, Tom? What is it?
Depop.
Depop?
Depop.
Depop.
Yeah.
Not Epoch. It's like I own a company or something. And I've done an actual course, so it was on product management. It was far too long, but there was some good bits from it. So in regards to numbers, you can probably put them into 5 different categories. The first category, growth and activation. So social media is a thing we still look at, even at SBS. Our Instagram has grown extremely well, and we actually have weekly reports from Lawrence where he goes through all of our social media, and we have the stats for that week, so we can see what's working well and what's not working well, and we can tweak our content strategy for that. So growth and activation, so how many new followers, but the ones that I'm more interested in, especially with the de novo side of business, would be how many new customers have we got this week, or how many new customers this month. So that's the first phase. Second phase, engagement. How many people are engaging with your content? So it could be, the good thing about social media now is you can get really good reports, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can go on YouTube and you could be looking at what your actual audience retention rate is. And if it's really low, it might be because you're really boring and you shouldn't be on video, and you should be writing crappy blogs instead. So you can look at website stats, you can look at social media stats. You could compare Google Analytics, where you're looking at how many visitors you've got and how many of them are returning visitors rather than unique visitors. Another metric which I think is underrated is retention. So how many customers do you keep having come back month after month, or every 2 months, or every quarter? And that will be based on your service. So if you are a personal trainer, it might be you have monthly coaching, like Tom's still doing online coaching. Still taking on clients, Tom? Correct. If you want coaching, Tom's here. He'll sort you out. I don't coach anyone because I'm too busy playing Call of Duty World War II. But retention, people are thinking about how can I get new clients, when they should really be thinking about, when I get clients, how can I service those clients to make sure they don't leave? Because there are some stats, I don't know where they're from, and I don't know if they're credible sources, which show that it's 5 times harder to get someone new as a client than it is to actually retain your current clients. So retention, retention, retention. If you've got good retention, you don't need to be getting new clients all the time. But you still need to be providing content and value, but maybe just of a slightly less frequency. The next metric is user happiness. Do surveys, find out how happy are you. There's a thing called NPS score. Can't remember what the NPS stands for, but basically it's the 1 to 10, which is basically, would you recommend your company to other people? If it's a 9 or 10, then that's good. If it's not, then you obviously need to work on your customer service, better retention. So if you have good retention, you're probably gonna have a good NPS score. And then the final one, the one which is the most important when it comes to running a business, revenue, money. Not just revenue, because revenue means jack shit. You could have £1 million revenue business and you have like 2,000 profit, which isn't good. So you need to look at all of those metrics. So obviously with De Novo, we're setting things in place where it's like, what's the average order size? And it might be $40. Well, how can we improve that to $45? How can we improve the frequency of your orders? How can we improve the monthly and daily? And what I'm going to be doing is having reports every single day just saying, these how many orders we had, or this is how much money we've made. Having that on a daily, a weekly, a monthly, and annual basis, and using those metrics, because they're the metrics which are going to basically let you know if you have a successful business or not. And if you're not making money, guess what? You don't have a business anymore, and it's not a successful one. So I'm afraid your Instagram likes, let me just shut that, doesn't equate to success in business. That's all right, that Tom, isn't it? In other news, can we just get an appreciation of how sexy Alan looks with his shorts? Top notch, that, isn't it?
The business, that's what they wear.
Yeah?
In the business.
Oh, yeah. Alan does, in this episode, bring up that the shorts are rather old and it doesn't have any net lining then anymore. And basically his testicle falls out, and that's why we love him. Right, I've been trailing through it, and I don't know, it's hard. I like certain sayings, it's hard to find the exact episodes. But this one's from series 2, episode 5, when Alan actually gets his girlfriend called Monica. She can't speak very good English, but so Monica's just said, right, could we have a look at the receipts on your spike? Do you remember that episode, Tom, when he puts his foot on a spike?
Yes.
And he grabs it on there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
put my foot on the spike! Alan says, yes, I have a confession to make. When I raised my legs then, something happened which was unplanned. I released an unexpected... Shit. I released an unexpected but potent gust. I'd like to apologise in advance if it registers, because it it is out there. Just if you don't find Alan Partridge funny, I don't know. Monica said there's a receipt here for a cinema ticket for 1 to Shrek. Research, next question. I've got your phone. Why is it, even though you're over the road when you've got school, you're always late? Day off work today, going Christmas shopping. Perks of having your own business is that you can go during midweek when there's not a mass amount of people, because it gets silly, doesn't it, around Christmas time. But yeah, this is where we are, and that's Lynn's school. So it's going to be late.
I've been in debt, what feels like a million.
Just at Bromley now, where we want to park in the thing, Joan? Car park, yeah? Yeah, so keeping on theme with numbers. The reason why I'm a lad, well, I'm not a lad, but I'm out today is because I've made decisions where I'm still trading time for money, but we're creating a product or service that doesn't require me to be in a specific location at a specific time. So it's a lot more of sort of trading your time, as in like a mass amount of time of working on projects, on products. So think about some of the things you could do. You could create little things like an ebook or an actual book itself. You spend so much time working on it, hours and hours. For me, it was the online coaching blueprint course, where I probably put at least 40 to 50 hours worth of work into it. But once it's done and it's set up, all you need to do then is the marketing of it, raising people's awareness of it, showing how valuable it can be. But the product has to be good. And then when you create stuff like that, like we've done with the Academy, or even with De Novo with actual the products, a lot of time and effort goes into the formulation, the labelling, the manufacturing process, the distribution process. But once you've got it set up and you've done that, you can then hire people when you scale to a certain degree that you don't have to do everything yourself. But if you are early on in the business, like when it was just me and Lawrence back in the day, we had to do everything. We had to create our own websites, we had to do our own email marketing, we had to learn as we was going, and YouTube was our best friend because it was how to da-da-da-da. But then you'll get to a point when you've sort of bootstrapped it that you can actually hire people and get things in place to then start expanding the business. But you have to make decisions to get there, and that's the hard thing, but you've got to do it someday. And it may be that you work 80, 90 hours a week, because that's what I used to do when I used to teach at the college, didn't I, Dal?
Yeah.
And then do online coaching. So it's like you're two people. It's like you're a superhero. You've got a job in the day, and then you're trying to be a superhero businessman in the evening. And yeah, that's that. Cheers, Dal. 10 quid for your day of filming.
Cheers, babe.
Oh, because on the camera, obviously you can't see it, but I've got like a little moustache. It looks, you know what I'm like. If you've seen the mic reviews and conventional nonsense, I probably mentioned muff more so than any other word apart from fuck. And me and Dal are going to get on that. What was it? Caramel macchiato flex. She was like, how do you know? I said, Tom, if you're watching this, which you are because you're editing it, Jamie says she's better than you at filming. I said it's cheaper labour as well.
So here's the idiot that forgot his phone and he's had to run back to the car.
What shutter speed you got it on? Nice muff. Then I got your present, son. Just in HMV. This will be shut down soon because Amazon's just going to take them over. Any sort of bricks and mortar business, DVDs and that, Amazon's just going to ruin you because people just buy offline. And the amount it costs to actually just maintain the shop, have the stock, and actually pay staff. I can't see how they're making money. You get it cheaper on Amazon. Next day delivery. So unless HMV change their business model, when you're watching this in 5 years' time, they'll be out of business. What do you reckon, Dal? She didn't feel it. She said it tastes like bag ash. She's not even smoked before. Smoked? Not even tried? Testing. Welcome to this segment of Whiteboard Wanker with yours truly, Con Nonsense. Are we filming? Is it rolling?
Yep.
We are rolling on the Polins. Welcome to this segment of the vlog called Whiteboard Wanker. So, keeping on the theme with numbers, we are going to compare SBS coaching when I first started that a few years ago, 4 years ago to be precise, and the current business De Novo, which is a supplement company. So I've broken it up into different segments. So we've got upfront cost. So for your online coaching, anyone can get a G Drive account, G Sheets. You've probably got Microsoft Office as well. So the actual upfront cost for SBS coaching or online coaching is going to be pretty much just time investment. However, when you actually are in the consumer packaged goods, CPG, sounds like that should be a gaming term, probably is, then it's a whole different ball game. So I'm actually investing 50 great British pounds, and that's 1,000 K, into De Novo because you've got to pay for product. So to get into this game, you're going to have some income or disposable income available to be able to purchase the actual products. So this is a new game for me because I'm used to selling thin air. And when I mean selling thin air, conferences. So they've not actually occurred yet, but people are buying tickets, or for the academy, the content's already available and they're actually paying for your time as such. So then when we look at the cost per client acquisition, again, it shouldn't cost you that much. If you're putting out good, freely available content via social media, you're going to be providing value and building a following. But for argument's sake, we're going to say £5. Here, cost per unit, we're just saying £10. So whether it's whey protein, a pre-workout, whatever it is £10 again. that's not that accurate, but £10 for argument's sake. So when we look at unit price sold, let's say on average you're going to sell it for £25. For coaching, you're going to charge a higher amount, so £100 per month. So when we look at the profit margins, to work out the profit margin, what we need to do is we need to minus the cost per unit by the price you sell it at, take that profit, which is £15, divide that by the price you sell it for, times that by 100, and that gives you the profit margin in percentage, 60%. Got my maths right there. So when we move over to your actual online coaching, the profit margins, because there's not much money to acquire that client or your CAC for those business marketing people, your profit margins are going to be better. I put it up around 95%. If I want to improve that, I can bump up the price here, or I could reduce the price here. So here, scalability. This one I'm trading my time for money. So even though it's easy to get into this game, because you don't have to have £50,000 or more to start it off, what you need to do here is trade your time for money. So if you've got 40 clients, then you're going to have to do 40 training plans. But for argument's sake, let's say you've got 100 people paying £100. That's £10,000 per month. You probably can't take on 100 clients. That's going to be quite a lot. So probably half that. And even then, that's still 50 updates per week. So you're looking at about a £5,000 per month revenue stream here. Again, not many outgoings compared to this, but still it's not very scalable. When you've got the whole supplement world, it's a massive, massive industry. So the scalability is endless. So if you are in the UK, you can look to expand into the US or vice versa, like we're doing at De Novo. We're bringing it over to the UK and therefore the EU. The good thing about this business model though is it's recurring revenue. When you charge a price per month, if you've got 100 clients, you know you're getting 10K. If you start losing clients, you know your money's going to go down per month. But if you actually start increasing your clients, you will have the stability of knowing exactly how much you will be earning on a monthly basis. However, the potential revenue here, and a good rule of thumb is, if that the business is quite hard to get into, then the upsides are probably going to be higher. And here we have the potential revenue to make millions and millions of pounds. And that is the plan, to make millions and millions and sell it for even more millions. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't really care. Until next time, do not take any nonsense.
I've been in debt, what feels like a million. I know my TV sets trapped in my brilliance. I stay on